Don here on the Scout. I'm at Las Vegas SHOT Show 2026. As you know, the channel has a huge focus on the small frame AR-308, AR-10. And here's a product and a company that I've missed out in all my search for the perfect small frame. I'm here at Darkstorm Industries at SHOT Show to look at a new product and a product that most of you have probably missed.
Hi, I'm Ed. I'm the founder of Darkstorm Industries. At SHOT Show this year, we're introducing our DS-25 MFR. The DS-25 is our small frame, full power cartridge rifle. This rifle includes a 14.5-inch 416R stainless 6.5 Creedmoor barrel. It's button rifled, lead lapped for accuracy, and then chrome lined for increased durability. It's going to include the customer's choice of Huxworks, Silencer Co., Surefire, or ASR flash hider adapters. We've got a mid-length gas system with a pinned gas block. Our M-lock on 7 side with QD socket handguard. This handguard is what features our Monolithic connection system. So that means it is connected directly to the upper receiver. It is a true free float, does not touch or connect to the barrel nut. We have 2 stainless steel pins, like our prior MFRs, to index the top rail. We have some retaining screws in it, and on the bottom, we have the 2nd generation of our chain link. The chain link directly connects the handguard to the upper and the lower receiver on the pivot pin. So you've got tremendous durability in that connection system. The upper and lower receiver are true full ambidextrous controls. So we have ambidextrous safety, ambidextrous mag release, ambidextrous bolt release, and bolt catch. It's operable in both directions. We have our ATAC ambidextrous charging handle. In the MFR, that includes our dual lock system, which is going to have a latch on both sides. And like our prior MFRs, that is latching onto a steel pin, much more durable than the typical aluminum boss. That charging handle also features a wraparound gas blocker, which helps in the suppressed operation as this rifle is designed for. Bolt carrier group on this is again on that AR-15 size platform. The barrel extension is actually a true mil-spec AR-15 barrel extension that we operate on. Our bolt does include enhanced geometry, like all of our AR-15 size bolts, that reduces failures at the 2 most common points, extends life up to 40% further. It's a big help when you're on the larger cartridges here.
Yeah.
That bolt also features dual ejectors. That big heavy 308 or 6.5 brass, we kick it nice and far out of the way. The entire bolt carrier group is coated in nickel for corrosion resistance and then a DLC for lubricity and durability. Moving on to the trigger system, it's a 3.5-pound 2-stage short pull, short reset. And that's also DLC coated since the hammer rides up against the bolt carrier. Moving further back, the system includes a extended buffer system. So we're actually running a standard carbine buffer. We like the lighter weight, less mass, less gas. Make the rifle smoother cycling, less felt recoil, and more durable. What was the whole problem with the AR-10? All that weight banging around. Yeah. We want to get rid of that as much as possible. We do run a different spring system and buffer tube though. It's kind of an intermediate. It's longer than a carbine, but shorter than a rifle. So it gives us the advantages of that, like a rifle spring system with the shorter, smoother flex on the spring. So that's our DS-25 MFR. They're currently available in the 6.5 Creedmoor. We do plan to add a 308 in the future. And the current model is coated in an H265 flat dark earth Cerakote with mag hull full furniture. So that's our DS-25 MFR.
Really cool. Am I look at it, Ed?
Sure.
Really nice. Even though it's rigged out, it's quite light right now in hand. It's really nice to see so much AR-15 compatibility. So the gas block, AR-15 compatible.
AR-15, gas tube, AR-15.
Barrel nut.
Barrel nut, effectively AR-15.
And then even the dust covers AR-10.
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 Correct.
Magazines, SR-25 magazines. Trigger, AR-15.
Correct.
Say, bolt catch and safety.
Correct.
Charging handle.
Correct. AR-15.
AR-15.
Yeah.
And not the spring, but the buffer. It's the buffer weight itself.
Buffer weight.
So quite a few parts, and the grip, obviously.
Yeah.
Stock. Yeah. Castle nut and the
AR-15, AR-10.
So most things are AR-15, and so it's.
So the MFR has evolved a lot of those parts.
Yeah.
So the handguard is AR-15 size, but because of the advanced connection system, again, it is a little different. Our traditional DS-25, which has been out for 5 years now, uses even more AR-15 specific parts. AR-15 handguard and AR-15 barrel nut.
And so just double checking, it's really interesting seeing the monolithic upper and it's still just super easy to use. Just pop the pin and it just pivots with a connection still to the lower and connection to the upper. Really cool to see that development. Really a big flaw of that, the AR system is
Almost
having
every AR, yeah.
of having, unless you have some crazy proprietary system, having that little flex in the handguard for the laser or the bipod or the barricade stop. How many pounds and ounces does this rifle weigh without the optic, without the mag and the muzzle
stripped
device?
down, it's about 6.5 pounds, 6.75 pounds. With an empty 20-round P-mag in it, we're just under 7 pounds.
Under 7 pounds.
So as I'm sure a lot of your viewers know, comparatively, if you looked at any AR-10 platform, 6.5 Creedmoor, similar barrel length, full ambi controls, we're shaving 2 to 3 pounds over that. So you literally almost could have this gun kitted out as it is, compared to the same weight of just their stripped rifle.
So definitely this unique rifle, the modern fighting rifle, definitely falls in weight, I guess, somewhere between the Rogue and the Revolution or SFAR. So kind of, if you wanted to, I'm not sure you want to, but I can imagine an ultralight build, like everything milled down, even lighter than the Rogue, probably.
Correct. And when this was developed, this is developed as a fighting rifle. So there's a significant concern on durability. If we developed a lightweight version, yes, I'm sure we could knock another pound or two out of it, make it lighter. But you would likely sacrifice some of the durability in that.
Really, this is a really unique rifle. I'm so glad. We were just at the food court hanging out, looked over, and I go, no, that can't be a small frame. The mag's too big. It is, and we came over here. I'm so glad to see this. Well, thanks for showing us this DS25 MFR. Do you think we can delve into a little bit of the history of the rifle that preceded this?
Sure. Let's talk about where this came from. Our fun joke is back this past spring, we left work one Friday and we accidentally left one of these guys, we'll tell you what that is in a second, and one of these guys in the conference room with a bottle of tequila, and we came back on the weekend and found that. So what do we have here? So this is our DS25 Hurricane model. So this is a 6.5 Creedmoor, 20-inch barrel. Again, it's our same small frame. So this evolved from the 308 version, which we introduced back on 308 of 2020. Unfortunately, we all know what happened 2 weeks after that with COVID. And as your readers probably got distracted by that, we lost the announcement of this. Yeah. But we've made this platform now for 5 years, so we've been able to do a lot of development on that. So the 6.5 Creedmoor version, again, this is available with the 20-inch barrel. We also have a 12.5 and 16-inch 308 Winchester. These are going to be a little more traditional AR-15 parts than the new modern fighting rifle version. So we're going to work with any standard AR-15 barrel nut and handguard on here. Again, the upper receiver, lower receiver are more closely related to the AR-15 than the modern fighting rifle. And then on the modern fighting rifle side, 2 years ago, we introduced our DS-15 MFR in 5.56, which was just taking the current 5.56 AR-15 platform, enhancing the performance and enhancing the durability. So we added things such as the DLC coated bolt carrier, the enhanced bolt, the full ambi controls, the improved charging handle, etc. So it's the DNA from these rifles that led to the development of the current DS-25 MFR, the most advanced platform in the small frame that we know of.
It's really interesting seeing you as a company go from the initial small frame back to the AR-15 with improvements, obviously, but really cool there. I'm going to handle this 308 version because my channel's about lightweight rifles and scout rifles, and that's kind of what I've been working on and building over the years. Just how much is this platform, this 308 platform weigh, do you think?
So the Typhoon weighs in at about 6.7 pounds.
Okay. Always picking up a small frame without the optic, you're just like, okay, this is
so light.
I accidentally bounced it into the air.
And we found this platform is super flexible into what you can do with it. Hunting, target shooting, home defense, law enforcement applications. And we also offer a short barrel version of that.
Oh, okay.
So this is a DS-25, chambered in 308 with a 12.5-inch barrel. And this is in what's called a Firearm non-NFA configuration. So it's not a pistol, it's not a rifle. So it's designed to be fired with two hands, not from the shoulder, because we've got the brace in the back, but it's longer than 26 inches, just by a little bit, which means it's not a pistol, because it's not concealable. So this gun, pretty close to as you see it configured here, with a thermal imager on it, and generally they'll add a suppressor, is a phenomenal hog hunting gun. And we sell a tremendous amount of these for exactly that purpose.
Really excellent. Yeah, handle that one for a little bit. When it comes to the barrel and replacing the barrel, the prior viewers of the channels know that I went through like a 3-year odyssey to get a new barrel and an extension made for the POF Rogue. Who makes the barrels for DSI, and what's the situation with your barrel extension?
Sure. So we make the barrels for our rifles in-house. The barrel is basically a standard AR-15 barrel, but obviously with the appropriate bore and chamber for the caliber it is in. The barrel extensions we use is a true mil spec. It's got to be a true mil spec with all the little details on there. AR-15 barrel extension. We do sell those separately. Our barrel extensions use what we call our CINC coating, C-I-N-C, which is a carbide-infused nickel coating. So that's going to provide the lubricity and the corrosion resistance with the nickel, and the carbides help reduce and wear and extend the life of it. If you wanted to have somebody make you a custom barrel in some sort of other caliber that we don't offer, let's say a 243, we do sell the barrel extension separately. And again, somebody can make that, just stand straight to the AR-15 specs, and you're able to effectively make your own barrel for our rifle platform.
I'm seeing hallelujah from all the people that had to fight Ruger and POF to get those rifles rebarreled. Ruger, as most people know that have been in the small frame game, won't give a new extension. You have to recycle your old extension. And as you send your rifle in for a new barrel, they take the old one and give you a new extension again. They don't let you have more than one extension. POF won't even give you an extension unless you buy an upper. It has been a terrible game for the small frame fans that not even have access to the aftermarket that the normal AR-15 users really enjoy. So it's really good to hear that.
Exactly. And we've really pushed hard in our development process to, as much as possible, stick with the dimensions of the AR-15. As you mentioned, the other platforms that are out there that are similar, they all use proprietary bolts, proprietary extensions. We are much closer to that AR-15 mil-spec sizing and everything than anybody else out there. Part of that is we're able to push some of the other geometry in it to get to the durability we need, and also using better quality materials to, again, help get us to the durability instead of having to make a bigger bolt and a bigger barrel extension.
Let me crack one of these open just for the audience to get a good view of the internals and the bolt. It feels so familiar to me, like maybe the Rogue Revolution system, looking at the bolt carrier group and bolt. So small. 2 ejectors there, really kick that full caliber casing out. The bolt's been really trimmed down. The lugs are really more like AR-15 lugs than the bigger Rogue
Correct.
and SFAR lugs. It is a different little lug pattern. This is a coated bolt, or this is just a nitride bolt?
So, interesting that you ask. We did a lot of testing early on with nitride. It seemed like a great process, much more cost effective. What we found ultimately is you cannot nitride any of the standard materials, your 8620, your 9310, or your Carpenter 158, and achieve the mil-spec hardness and strength. So we still use the traditional process for the manganese phosphate and the hard chrome on all of our bolt carriers.
Really
no compromise.
No compromise. Can I put this back in your rifle here?
I'll show you one other thing while you got that open, just to get an idea of kind of who we are and what we do different. If you roll that over, you'll see there's some numbers on the bottom of this. So we actually do lot number tracing. So if 5 years from now, 10 years from now, you have a problem, something happens with this bolt carrier, we can trace back to the individual steel delivery, the cert sheets on that steel, when and where it was heat treated, samples of that heat treat that were cut and tested, and also, again, the individual batch for the coatings on it. More like almost an aerospace part than a typical gun part. Often, you'll get gun parts from some of these major manufacturers. You don't even know who made that. They don't even remember who made that bolt carrier. They buy from a bunch of different people. We make the parts. We're able to do all of that detail and that traceability on air.
Everything's under strict control rather than just a big bucket of OEM parts that are just being loaded in. All right, Ed, thank you so much for showing me your rifle. And
thank you.
Hopefully we can showcase this
excellent
for all our viewers. Stay tuned for more SHOT Show content from On the Scout. We're going to have more practical rifles, lightweight stuff, and unique products. I'm Don, On the Scout.